Hello, my beautiful wildflowers. How are you today? Alexis here with Modesty. I hope you guys are doing well. Well, today I have a video that's a little bit chatty, but I'm hoping to get some things resolved and give you some further information on what I'm thinking about 2021. But it can't just be chatty. It has to have some kind of purpose, right? And so I will be working with the Huda Beauty, the Sapphire palette. So if you're interested, please stay tuned. Okay, my beautiful wildflowers, are you guys ready? Well, I decided to go ahead and use this Sapphire palette because I've never used it. And I think, inadvertently collecting all of this Obsessions palette. I don't know why, because I don't use blues. And you saw me using the greens and the Emerald palette a while back. I'm going to say that was like 100 videos back. It was my very beginning ones, right? And so, but I want to really give this a try because this is way out of my comfort zone. And I really want to start working with things more and more out of my comfort zone. I know I've been working up to it, but it's still, I'm not chugging along as fast as I really want to. And so anyway, the other thing is that I really want to talk to you about, plans for 2021. And of course, the plans would have to include what you think. And so if you could think of anything, please leave the comments below as we're going along and, and then let me see what I can do. So without further ado, though, let's get started on the makeup. First of all, I did prep my eyelids, and this is the first time I actually used the MAC Painterly for you guys. I used to use it a lot, not on video, but I used it in the past, and the color looks like this, and I really like it because it's like very similar to my skin color, and as you notice, it's very close match. And I don't know why I stopped using it because it really worked for me, but more that I'm working with pigments, I want something really a barrier between my eyelids and also the eyeshadows, because some of the pigments, they do stain. And I'll go more into that on the skincare video, I believe, because there's some couple of brands that actually do a good job on pointing out those pigments, okay? And so there's other pieces to it as well, like, you shouldn't be using it near the eyes. I'm like, okay, wait a minute. You guys created eyeshadow palettes and you put colors in there that we shouldn't use near the eyes? Huh? How does that work? So anyway, that's another video. So let's get going. Like I said, I used the Painterly. I did not cover anything over it. I didn't use powder over it, in other words. And so let's get going. So the whole point here is I want to talk to you about, what's happening in 2021. So, but let's just get started with this anyway. So I'm going to take the big puffy brush, and I will use this yellow. And you're like, what the heck? What are you going to do with that? Well, I don't know. If it comes out, it comes out. If not, so what? I'm just having fun, right? So are you, I hope. So anyway, so my thoughts on 2021, okay, is that the giveaways. I've been really thinking about the giveaways because there's so many people that have trouble with social media because maybe they're not used to it, or sometimes like they don't have permission, especially young women who actually do have to get permission from their parents still because of their culture, and that's I want to respect that. And so they can't really build a Instagram or any other social media. They're allowed to watch YouTube, but that's it. And I know one person at least built the Instagram behind their parents' back, and I don't feel okay with that. I really don't feel okay with that because they really want to win. They really want to participate. They really want to give me good comments, and they really trust me and they love me. And I'm sitting there saying, well, yeah, break the rules, for me. And that doesn't sit okay with me. And so going into the future, what I'm thinking is that for the giveaways for YouTube, it's going to be strictly YouTube. Everybody's going to have a fair chance on YouTube. If you are a subscriber to me and you follow the rules of the YouTube, then you're going to have just, you know, the same opportunity as a person who's actually maybe following me on Instagram, on Facebook, or whatever the case may be. So, you know, I want to make it fair. And having said that, those people who are following me like in Facebook and following me in other venues, they also need to be rewarded, right? So I'll run separate, smaller giveaway for that venue, right? And so that way everybody has a chance, equal chance, and I will do the bigger giveaway definitely on the YouTube channel. And then I'll do a smaller one, maybe a palette and a set of brushes, a palette and lipstick, or a blush and a blush brush, whatever the case may be. So, but my ultimate thing here, guys, is that I really want to be fair. And I don't want anybody breaking their rules of their parents or things like that, just so they can have an equal chance to enter into the giveaway. And I just don't want that, okay? And so and I really thought about this. And I felt really bad when I found out that this one individual said, well, I'm not allowed to have a Instagram, but I wanted to follow you here. So I built one. So this is my name. And so nobody recognizes me. I'm like, okay, let me think about this a little more. So, and I did. So that's that. So in 2021, I will be running separate giveaways from Instagram and from, I don't do anything on Facebook, but on YouTube. Okay. So that's that. Where was I going with this? Because I'm like, okay. Okay. The next step. Here we go. This small fluffy brush, and we will dip into this blue here. Okay. And this is going to be my crease color. And I was going to go light, but I'm like, you know what? Why? Let's be adventurous. Oops. Okay, how's that so far? I don't want to go into it too deep because I don't really want to muddy up that yellow. And I don't know why I came up with this yellow. I may have to color over it or something. And now, so next what I think I'm going to do is go ahead and go in with this really deep blue. Navy is what I would call it, right? Do these things have a name on the back of it? No. So, hey, anyway, I will use this teeny tiny brush, so that way, the pencil brush, so that way I don't get it all over myself. And, oh, and by the way, I usually tell you how the kick up on these are. No kick up. At least, I mean, I'm not going in like this either. I'm just tapping. As you notice, I'm just tapping like this. And this is what I learned that, you know, that's the best way to do it. And so I will just tap this onto the corner, just like this. You know what? This color is kind of similar to the one that I put in the crease. I'm going to have to darken this up a bit. Yeah. And so, did I go into the right one? Yeah, I did. So I'm not paying attention. I'm really actually thinking. And sometimes, you know, when I think and I say something and I don't remember I said something. And I'm like, did I already say that? Or did I already do that? Anyway, so, but it's okay. So let's go into the inside as well. Okay. And you know what? I've really been liking that kind of like the halo look like. I've been liking that. Okay, I'm just tapping this in and I'm just trying to smooth it out here so that way I don't have any like rough edges, but which looks like I'm going to. Let me work this. And you know what? Look at that. You know what I noticed? You know what that's from? Actually, my eyes are tearing and my eyeshadow got wet. So it's like getting really dark. So, okay, let me just tap onto the other side. I had to wipe off the brush and hope that it didn't, you know, the moisture isn't here still. No, it looks okay. I was able to wipe it off. But wow, when you wet it, it really intensifies. Look at that. And so that's okay because what I'm planning on doing is, of course, after I get the color on, usually what I'll do is I will blend it and it won't look so bad. And a lot of times that's what, you know, what the YouTubers do. I mean, it looks like they're just putting it on and that's it. They're done, but they're blending on the off camera as well. So, because otherwise what happens is that it takes too long to, you know, blend, and you don't want to just sit there and watch us just blend all we're doing is blending the eyeshadow. So here we go. Okay. Okay, next I'm going to use this medium fluffy brush. And I'm going to try to blend this out. And of course, no, you know, I'm not putting any shadow. And I don't want to go up into the yellow because I don't want to take away from that. And plus, it looks like it's turning green on me here. Okay. Wow, this color is very intense. It's going to take some work. Okay, I think I'm able to blend it out a little bit. And what I'm doing is I'm going out from the inside and I'm coming in from the outside, okay? So, and I will add to the, yeah, little bit of that into the crease, it looks like. Okay, now let me get this transition color brush and kind of add that yellow back in because I think I'm losing a lot of that trying to blend out the this crazy blue. You know what I remind myself of right now? I don't know if you guys ever used to watch what was this, Drew Carey? Do you remember his secretary Mimi? The one with the little trolls on her desk all over the place, and she always wore that blue eyeshadow. That's what I remind myself of right now. Mimi. That's funny because that's my daughter's nickname is Mimi. A lot of people actually can't pronounce her real name, my daughter's real name, so we've shortened it for her to Mimi. Her name is Midori, or Midori in Japanese. She's got a Japanese name, and yeah, people has a problem with that name, including her teachers, calling her all kinds of weird stuff. So yeah, Midori or Mindori or something. So we just call her Mimi. So anyway. And as far as the eyeshadow goes, it's actually doing really well. There's no fallout, as you notice, on the pans. Fallout. Kick up on the pans, and very little fallout actually around my eyes, but you could barely see it. And I can see it in the mirror up close, but there's a little bit here. But that's about it. So let's continue. Okay, let's try this silver on the center eyelids and see how that comes out, okay? So let's see. Usually, I don't like using brushes for these type of colors, especially if it's, you know, Colourpop. As you notice, like I've been talking about it lately, it's great. But these require fingers. So I think I'm going to go ahead and go in with my fingers. It doesn't even look like it's really picking up really, you know, I mean, look at that. It's not really strong, I guess. So let's see. Let's start putting that on the center of the eyes. Oh, but it's okay though. It's working out as far as picking it up with the fingers. Okay. Okay, that's that. Let me wipe my fingers first. And like I always say, you have to make sure when you start putting on makeup to wash your hands, so that way you're starting off with the clean hands. And because you don't want to be putting things, you know, your fingers, dirty fingers near your eyes, because that's when people kind of run into trouble, you know. And also your palettes won't last as long if you know, putting germs in there. I mean, already, even if you wash your hands, you're touching things around you. So you are picking up some things. That's why I always spray my palettes after I use them. It's just a habit. And so, and people say, well, does your palettes last as long as, you know, if you didn't spray it? Well, I don't know. I never have my palettes that long, you know, and I get tired of it. And so I'm always circulating it. So I don't know if it lasts less or more or whatever. So, but all I know is I don't want to get an eye infection. That's that. And you know, I just looked in the mirror really close at this color. I had no idea this was glitter. It's glitter. I thought it was going to be kind of like a metallic. I was hoping for metallic. I don't think that's going to happen in this one. Okay, well, it's all right. So anyway, this is what I have so far. And I actually want to bring something on the inner corners, but I mean, it's already silvery. So maybe I'll try this here. Looks like a duochrome. And I will bring this into the center, I mean, into the front using this brush. Don't know if that's going to work out, but let's see. Well, it actually is. You see that? Interesting. I will have to buff all this out though, because I can tell you, I mean, otherwise it's going to look way too disconnected. Oh, not bad. And which I thought was duochrome is actually glitter as well. Gee, is there not a non-glitter? I mean, I tried it first, but it didn't look like, oh, maybe this was the color I should have went after. Interesting, right? This is so nice. This is a very nice, oh, look at that. That's what I was after. Dang it. But that's okay. So, maybe I'll put that, you know what? I think I can actually put that in the front. So what I will do is this brush that I just used to set the inner, I'm going to do this. You remember this thing? I do use it. I don't like to use it on my like goat hairs because it's not good for it, but I do use it on my synthetics. Okay, yeah, that's good enough. Okay. Oh, I just stuck my finger now into the, look what I did. I don't know if you can see, I put a dent in it. It's all right. We'll live. Okay. Now, let's see. We'll go into this one here. And what's I going to do with it? Oh, okay. Let's take a look and see. Let's mix it up and see if... Oh, it's a nice color. And it does brighten up the inner lids a little bit. Okay, I can live with that. Okay, now let me blend it out. Okay, this is what I have after I blend it out. And so at this point, let me just get the rest of my makeup on and then I'll be right back. Ta-da! Okay, I know this looks really weird that I have a lip liner and no lipstick. There's a reason for that. Give me a moment. It's really hard to make a lip line with red without messing it up. And when you mess up red, oh, it's a mess. And so I said, let me do this part off camera. And then, but I do want to share with you this Christian Dior box that was sent to me by the influencers to review. Okay, and they did send this to me for free to review, but it's not sponsored or anything like that. It's just for me to review it and give my honest reaction to the product. And so they sent me, it looks like 2 lipsticks in here for me to try. And it is, like I said, it is a Dior product. And I like Dior products. As you know, the other day I did use the sample that was sent to me. This was really weird because I'm like, oh, I just got a sample and I was really happy with that. And that was this one here. And this was from the, which box was that? Allure box from December. And so when I got this box, I was like, wow, this is pretty exciting. If, you know, I've not used their lipstick in a bullet form like this, but I have used liquid lipstick. But I'm going to tell you what I think about it. And this is, you know, the card that comes with it. And these are the directions of what I'm supposed to do with it. But like I said, this was sent to me to review, and I did not pay for this, okay? But you know me. I'm going to tell you, if I don't like it, I'm going to be like, yeah, no. And I did let them know when I filled out the applications for these possible boxes that I'm going to be honest with it. So anyway, so take your chances. So don't send me junk. So anyway, so there's 2 of them. There's one that is a matte, and it says nude. And as you notice, I'm not going to be using a nude one with this lip liner. But there's a red one here. And this one is called 999. And it is a Rouge Dior satin lipstick. Okay, 999 seems like the color. Kind of weird because if you flip it, it's 666. At first I thought that's what it was. I'm like, yeah, no, I'm not using that. But it's 999, okay? And the reason why, and I did take a peek, so that's why I know there was a red one in here. And it comes like this, okay? Christian Dior. And it comes in a pretty nice bullet. And it's weighty, too. It's very heavy for a lipstick. I'm thinking, oh, this feels pretty good in my hand. If the product is as good as the packaging is, you know, we have something, right? And so you know, it opens just like any other lipstick. And whoa, that's red. Okay, there it is. And this is a satin type of lipstick. And I was going for kind of like a New Year's Eve look, as you notice, with this blue. And I'm going to go with this red. Normally